Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. I am home from Florida, and I'll tell you what, it was a little bit of a shock when I landed late the other night. It was about 32 degrees and all I had was shorts and a t-shirt, but it's turned out to be a decent day here in Utah. I'm gonna go ahead and do some food prep. I want to cook some of my deer steaks on the Camp Chef. I just haven't had a chance to get this thing started this summer, or this spring I should say. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit. And I have some deer back straps that I wanted to cook, and I'm gonna cook them on the Camp Chef Smoke Pro at about 350 degrees, which is basically like cooking them on a barbecue, but it really gives it that smoky flavor. I need this extension cord. Let's go fire this thing up. It's been a while. It'll bend up. We've got power, so let's turn it to 350, make sure we got some wood pellets. That's warming up. I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my deer steaks and season them a little bit. I have deer loin steak. All right, those look good. Looks like they did butterfly style, which I don't know why, but I'm not a fan of the butterfly style. I don't see the problem in just having two smaller steaks. That one's done pretty well. This one overlaps a little bit, so I might just cut that. This meat is from a buck I shot in Colorado. So big buck, shot in November, right in the rut. So hopefully these taste really good. I'm just gonna season them pretty lightly. I'll show you what I'm gonna use. I always cook a lot more than I need for just myself. That way I can have it for a couple meals later. I'm gonna use a little bit of this garlic pepper rub. This is pretty good stuff right here. I like to do both sides with that. I'm going to spray both sides with this Pam olive oil spray. Help keep the seasoning on there a little better, and then keep it from sticking on the grill anyway. So we'll hit that. Alright, my steaks are ready to go. I'm just going to let those sit. I'm going to go check on the Camp Chef real quick. If this thing really gets smoking, I'll probably just leave my door open. Yes. That is the best smell. So it's still heating up. It hasn't given me a temperature yet. It's just getting started. So that will be ready probably in like 5 or 10 minutes. For my sides, I'm just going to chop up some asparagus and zucchini. Nothing too fancy here. Just going to pan fry them. Get rid of the ends. And just chop them up into about 1 to 2 inch pieces is how I like it. So we'll throw those in the pan. And then I'll also include just 1 zucchini. We'll just chop them small like that for now. Now I'll just pan fry those with a splash of olive oil there. Get those mixed up. The smoker just hit 300. I'm going to throw them on real quick. It'll get to 350 pretty quick. So, 1, 2. Close it. I'll probably let that cook. It's only at 300 degrees right now, so I'll probably let that cook for about, I don't know, 7 to 9 minutes per side. I will actually flip it when I cook it that hot, because the bottom is so much hotter. If you're slow smoking something on there, you can just leave it, but I'm going to cook it more like a barbecue, so I'm going to flip it here in a little bit. By the way, look at all the Mountain Opps I just got in. Magnum chocolate malt, my personal favorite. So I got the 90-day supply. I got 3 of those, a couple Yetis, some more Ignite packs, and yeah, another Yeti. So thanks, Mountain Opps. It's been about 8 or 9 minutes, so I'm gonna flip these. Oh wow, they're cooking fast. I might only leave them on this other side for about 5 or 6 minutes. They look good. Alright, I think it's a good time to pull these. Well, they've only been on, oh, look how juicy that is. I was going to say they've only been on this side for about 5 minutes, but I think they're done. Oh man, that looks good. Just shut Camp Chef down real quick. Alright, let's go take these in, make a quick meal, and package a couple for meal prep. Alright, let's cut the thickest one open real quick and see how it looks. Ooh, man. That looks perfect. Let's try a piece. That is so good. I'm so glad that the weather is warming up out here in Utah because I can use the Camp Chef a lot more when it's pleasant outside. But I got a mixture of veggies, asparagus, and zucchini. I'm going to go ahead and prepare myself some lunch and then package these into about 5 or 6 ounces per meal. That way I have a couple lunches for today. But anyways, I thought I'd show you guys some of my meal prep as we do this 90-day challenge. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy some YouTube shad hunting videos. It's funny, I personally watch YouTube so much, I don't watch TV anymore, so I'm always looking for fresh new content. And being shed season, that's what I enjoy watching.
Hello from Salt Lake City, Utah. Pulling into Eagle Eye because we are finally dropping some of the new fishing gear that we kind of gave you a little teaser of when we were fishing with Born and Raised. So I'm gonna go take a sneak peek of that, check out some of the new shirts, the new hats. Those are gonna be up live by the time you watch this vlog this week. All right, good to see the first sneak peek. I just saw them. Chris just showed me the new shirts. Here we go. So these are the 50-50 fish designs. Got like a teal, kind of like a charcoal grayish on a heather t-shirt. These are gonna be short sleeve. And then option 2, more traditional kind of black, silver, white on a heather t-shirt. Number 3, this is a limited edition. It's called the PNW. Kind of a little homage to my home state of Oregon and where we go fishing with the Born and Raised guys down in this section of the state. Also do some trout fishing in this section of the state, and hopefully do some salmon fishing up in this section of the state at some point soon. Those are all on the website, check them out. Plus the hats that we've already kind of shown you before. I'll give you one more look at those as well before I head out of here. But go pick yourself up a fishing shirt as we slide into spring.
We are here with Matthew Davis. We're headed up on the Weber River here in Utah to go fish. But we stopped at the first access point to fish, but we run into Cody from the DWR, and they were actually doing a super rad project. We just kind of wanted to tell you and let the public know what they're doing. So kind of take it away, man.
Sure. Thanks for the introduction. My name's Cody Edwards. I'm a native aquatic species biologist for the Utah Division of Wildlife. And we're on the river here tracking cutthroat trout. Historically, a lot of the tributaries of the Weber River have been either diverted or cut off. And so what we're doing, the project is to create connectivity to these rivers. So an example is Strawberry Creek right here. There's a probably 150-foot canal of water where the fish just can't get enough momentum to go up the stream. So what we've done is we've installed some baffling systems this year. Last year was the first time we've actually tracked fish going up this system. So it's a cool project where we're just trying to connect all the tributaries to the Weber River. And specifically what we've done is we've gone up the Weber River and we've electrofished any Bonneville cutthroat trout we can over 200 millimeters. We insert a passive integrated transponder tag. It's about 4 or 5 millimeters in length, and that goes just right under the anal fin in that area. And what happens is when these fish swim over these antennas, I can actually show you one if you'd like to see one.
Let's go look.
So this is a flat belly antenna. We install these into the bottom of the stream, and as the fish moves over it, we've got a little machine that counts that tag and stores basically a timestamp and an individual ID of that fish, so we can know when that fish is going upstream or downstream. And it just allows us a better understanding of when the fish are moving into the tributary systems and when they're moving out. That's important because a lot of these tributaries do run dry in the middle of summer. So what happens is these fish run up, spawn, and later in the summer the streams become disconnected, and you'll have a little tributary stream up there where the young of your fish will rear, and then the following year when the water lifts up again, those fish will be able to move down into the main system.
There's so much going on. I think there's a lot of things behind the scenes that you guys do that maybe the public doesn't understand. And this is where, you know, when we buy fishing license and habitat licenses and hunting licenses, things like that,
that's where our money
it's going back into the wildlife, and it's actually pretty cool to see it and hear it firsthand right here, right before we go fishing.
Now let's go catch some of those
fish.
fish.
Cool.
Thanks,
Good luck,
man.
guys. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for
nice to
talking
meet you.
us.
Yeah, have fun on the river.
Thanks for the hard work, guys.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, guys, I'm representing the beginner fly fishermen. For all you guys who are beginner or have never fly fished, I'm representing you guys today because compared to Casey and Matt, I know nothing when it comes to fly fishing. But I do have a setup. Casey got me a rod as a gift. I think it was a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
And I've caught a good handful of fish on here. The thing that I don't really understand is the difference between all the different flies. So with the help of Matt and Casey, if they can just hook me up with the right setup, I'm confident I can catch a fish.
You can just tie that on for
Yeah,
you.
Hold my hand.
if I had to figure all that out, I'd probably just give up.
I'll be honest, I've fly fished for a long time and I still don't understand all of it. Unless it's like a super obvious hatch that's going on.
Oh yeah, match the hatch, right?
Match the hatch.
Are we matching the hatch today, Matt? Are we gonna mat the hatch?
Bugs are popping.
We're gonna
everywhere.
mat the hatch.
Look at his
We're gonna
box.
mat
See?
the hatch today.
I don't have a vest. I don't have. This is my basic setup. I got Brian's old waders. I think the cheapest boots you can buy. And
If
but
you're
I'm
gonna
ready to go.
have
I'm
somebody's
ready to have a
old waders, though, Brian is
Yeah.
probably
I
the
was gonna
guy.
say,
I think Brian gets a new pair of waders every 6 to
Sim,
6 to
his
8
old
months.
Gore-Tex.
Mine new.
We've got the
Yeah.
waistband. Is that just in case I fall in, or
Yeah, so you don't get
keep the water in there?
Blow your waist.
So yeah, I got the cheapest setup, but I promise you, I'll have the most fun.
I'm gonna laugh a lot today. I'm gonna giggle.
Do I need to straighten that? You guys got a little.
You don't need that. Here's a little tip I've learned. Here's what my good buddy taught me. See how it's all, you don't want that. So you want to straighten it.
You don't want the yo-yo or
No.
or the slinky?
You've got some casting knots in here too, but we'll be okay. So basically all you're trying to do, they actually sell these things, they're pieces of leather that straighten your leader, but all you're trying to do is heat your leader up. But what I've learned, what Tom Provo taught me was, once it's heated up and you're holding it, you gotta hold that because it will still be warm. So I just run my fingers down this a few times. That's burning my thumbs now. Hold on.
It's getting pretty straight.
It's just
You
building.
just want to
friction.
hold it until it cools down. Pretty straight.
Pretty dang straight.
And you can do that to the top of this as well, obviously. I guess that's why they do sell the leather straighteners, because your thumb burn a hole in them.
Yeah, this is a local tire guy. I don't even remember his name. I think it's like Utah Flies on Instagram. He's got a little store on eBay. Ties up some great flies.
All I'm seeing is mop flies right
Dude,
now.
no, don't be looking at don't be looking at Plan Z.
So you're going to go double bug action?
Oh yeah.
So basically any little river you stop into here in the western United States, especially this time of year, or pretty much any time of year, little nymph, little beadhead. Matt says the color kind of is pink down here, so we're gonna go with this. Don't even know what it's called. But going back to the old Palomar knot, I'm gonna really push the Palomar knot to become the new go-to knot in the fly fishing community.
I'm about to reveal a secret that I see a lot of people don't know. This is the easiest way to tie a knot, okay? So all I've done here, you're gonna have to kind of zoom in. So I've created a loop, I've got my fly sitting on there, and I've created a loop, right? And I've got the tag end sitting right here. I'm gonna take my hemostats, I'm gonna put that through that hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna grab that tag end, hold on to it, pull it down through most of the way. I think, oh no, you're gonna wet that. Made that a little more difficult than it needed to be, but, and that cinches down just like that. All I've got to do is clip off my tag end and I'm all set. So instead of sitting there when your hands get super cold and you're trying to sit there and fiddle around, make that loop, throw the hemostats in there, twirl it around, grab that tag end, pull it right through. Save you a lot of time on the water when you're rigging up.
Okay, show me again.
Here we go.
Catch all the fish.
Snag, third cast. We've been fishing the same hole for a while. I've only got one snag, it's pretty good, but we've not caught a fish yet. I don't know why, but mostly because I don't understand fly fishing that much, but they're not picking up what we're laying down, if you know what I mean. How about that cast? We're drifting, we're like fishing this really slow water above the breaks, and then Casey's fishing right after it, but nobody's caught any fish yet. Not even Matt, so apparently it's slow. If Matt can't catch a fish, it's slow.
We're out fishing. Matt brought us to a sweet secret spot. Oh yeah, last week I was standing on those rocks, every cast fish. If you're gonna take somebody out fishing, you gotta take them directly to your honey holes right away. And just bring them to like the subpar waters first.
You gotta do a build up here. It's like a
Matt,
good
Matt's making us earn this. So no, Matt was fishing this. The water has dropped a little bit since last week when he fished, so it is pretty shallow. So we're gonna cruise up the road to a spot he knows that there's some deeper holes. We're thinking that's where the fish might be holding up. It is a pretty warm day, so this shallow water obviously doesn't have too many fish in it. So that's the update. Let's go. Right on.
Caught one!
What is that?
Rainbow.
Look at this. Look
It's
at the
already
colors
smoked.
on him. Look at those colors.
Yeah, they're just
Try
starting to
that.
spawn.
Dang, that's good.
Can't catch any fish, good thing I brought one.
It's a little mayfly nymph.
But it's March.
I know. It's actually April. So we're close to May, so I'm gonna throw a mayfly. If I had an April fly, I'd throw it on for sure. That's a dumb joke. It's a dumb fishing joke. Water's a little colored up today, but I thought we'd have had a little more luck than we've had so far. But we're just kind of getting going, so we'll see what happens.
Here we go, here we go. They're under the branches. I'm working the bank across the way. Surprisingly, I've not caught a branch yet. Here's what I always forget to mend the line, you know, fishing on a river. It's got different speeds of the current. I forget to mend it. And then my strike indicator goes down and it's probably just swinging my flies. Not effective. Bad prezo, they say.
All right, right there. 1, 2, 3. We get one more. Lighten it up a little bit right there. Oh, Casey's got a glare. Right there. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
You guys actually shouted him out.
Oh, really?
Last fishing videos. He's the Anna Pursuit.
Oh, nice. Right on.
That's funny.
Well, it's good meeting you
Yeah,
guys.
thanks for
Thanks,
stopping.
guys. Appreciate it.
I had one on that. We're gonna go up to Echoes and try to catch a
Zero.
couple.
0.
That's typical of me though.
Bagel.
How'd you guys know we were here? Just
We
driving
drove by,
by?
we're like, dude, there's Eric. Coming to get gas.
Oh, you guys are on this one.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Nice.
Cool, man. Well, good luck.
Sweet guys. Yeah.
See
You
ya.
guys.
Good meeting you guys.
Later. You
Thanks
too.
for the support, guys.
Yeah, seriously. Thanks for watching the videos, man. It means everything to us. So.
Cross the road safely.
Yeah, man. We appreciate it.
So the river was pretty much washed out from the recent rains. It rained last night. So all the river was so murky. We didn't have any luck down there, so Matt brought us up to Echo Reservoir. I actually used to come here a lot when I was younger. There's some cliffs on the other side that I used to cliff jump on. Never really did fish it much. We just mostly used it for recreational boating, wakeboarding, and stuff like that. But we are up on the rocks. Casey's out there casting right now. Right, he's over there. He's using some type of streamer. It's white. It looks pretty good from above, but it's a little too windy for my 3-weight, I think. Is it too windy for a 3-weight?
Try it. It's pretty windy. Just their back cast, you know.
Is that why you got a? Did you get a stiffer
Longer rod.
Yeah, I only have the one rod, and I could probably use it out here, but I don't think it'd be the most effective. Guys, that's the end of our little fishing trip today. You know, like I was telling Casey a minute ago, sometimes you just gotta realize it when it's not hot. Today wasn't the day. The fish weren't biting. The conditions maybe weren't the best with the blown out river and the windy lakes, but we had a good time. We got outdoors and
Yeah.
Now it's time to go eat.
Beautiful day, man. I've been bummed because it was so rainy all weekend and couldn't get out and do anything. So typically Monday, great day, great weather, but spring's in the air, man.
See you next time. All right, here's one last view of Echo. It's actually really pretty up here. It's kind of northern Utah. It's surrounded by mountains, a lot of sagebrush, roly-poly hills. But that's a wrap. End of the video. If you haven't already, guys, please subscribe. Bye.